Assalamu alaikum everyone, Dr. Maya here. Today in this video, I will tell you some high yield points about the cord problems. About the cord prolapse and the cord presentation. And these high yield points have been asked many times in the previous IMM and MCPS exams. So these are actually the previous recalls. So let's start. So what can be the cord issues? The cord issues can be the cord presentation and the cord prolapse. So, if in any scenario it is written that a patient is in labor and on per vaginal examination the presenting part is umbilical cord, what you will do? If the presenting part is umbilical cord, then what you will do? You will go for emergency C-section. So remember, if a patient is in labor, she is 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter, membranes are intact. What you will do? You will go for emergency C-section because once they will rupture, the cord will prolapse and will cause the fetal distress. And if they ask you if a patient at 40 weeks gestation comes to you and on per vaginal examination, you have noticed that the presenting part is the umbilical cord. What you will do, you will not give the normal trial of labor, you will not induce such patient. You will prepare such patient for C-section, right? So, this is the MCQ that have been asked many times. Now about the cord prolapse. Now, if they ask you that if a patient is in labor, and you have done vaginal examination, and on vaginal examination you have noticed umbilical cord in the vagina, what you will do? First, what you will do? You will call for help, right? And you will left lateral the patient. Now, if umbilical cord is present in the vagina, of course you will feel it. If it is pulsatile, it means that still blood is going to the baby. You will check the fetal heart rate, because if fetal heart rate are present, mean you have to deliver this baby immediately. But if the fetal heart rates are not present, now there is no emergency to deliver the baby because baby is dead. You can deliver such baby normally, mean you can deliver this baby vaginally because the baby is dead. Why there is emergency to deliver such baby? Because we want to save the life. So you have checked the fetal heart rate. If fetal heart rate are present, there is emergency because you have to deliver baby. And which mode you will use? For this you will look the parity. Either the patient is primigravida or the multigravida. And if she is primary gravida, if in scenario they have written that the patient is primary gravida, you will look for the cervix. Either it is not fully dilated or it is fully dilated. So what is the sequence? For example, a patient comes to you with the labor pains, and on vaginal examination you have noticed that there is a cord prolapse and they have mentioned that the fetal heart rates are present. Now there is an emergency to deliver such baby. Which mode you will apply? You will look the parity. If she is primary gravida, you will look for cervix. If cervix is not fully dilated, if they have written in the MCQ that the cervix is 3 centimeter, the cervix is 4 centimeter, or even the cervix is 9 centimeter, what you will do? You will do emergency C-section. But if they have written the cervix is fully dilated, if cervix is fully dilated, then you have to check either the fetal heart rates are normal or not. If there is fetal distress, you will use the forceps, because with the help of forceps, quickly you can deliver the baby. But if fetal heart rates are normal, then you can apply vacuum. This is the best option. And again, if you have to apply the vacuum, prerequisites should be fulfilled. For example, if the fetal head is on -3 station, you cannot apply vacuum. You will go for emergency C-section. Now, if she is multigravida, again you will look the cervix. Here there is an exception. As we know that whenever we have to apply vacuum or forceps, one of the prerequisites is that cervix should be fully dilated. But in case of cord prolapse in multigravida, if cervix is not fully dilated, but if it is more than 7 centimeter, you can apply vacuum. So this is the exception. If patient is multigravida, there is a cord prolapse, and patient is fully dilated, then what you will do? Again, you will look for the heart rate pattern. If there is a fetal distress, quickly you have to deliver the baby, you will apply forceps. If fetal heart rates are normal, within the normal limit, then you have to apply vacuum. This will be the best option. In a nutshell, just quickly, I will recap this. If in any scenario it is written that at term or if during the labor there is a cord presentation, go for C-section. If there is a cord prolapse and patient is primary gravida, and if she is not fully dilated, go for emergency C-section if baby is alive. Right? Because if baby is not alive and patient is 9 centimeter, you will allow to deliver such baby vaginally, right? If there's a cord prolapse, patient is primary gravida and she is fully dilated. If fetal heart rates are normal, the best is to apply vacuum. If fetal heart rates are not normal, abnormal, fetal distress, you will apply forceps. Now, if there's a cord prolapse and patient is multigravida and she is more than 7 centimeter dilated and less than 10 centimeter dilated, there is exception that you can apply vacuum. In multigravida, if she is more than 7 centimeter dilated or less than 10 centimeter dilated, you can apply vacuum, but at this stage, you cannot apply forceps. If patient is multigravida and there is a cord prolapse and patient is fully dilated and fetal heart rates are normal, the best is to apply vacuum. But if fetal heart rates are abnormal or there is a fetal distress, apply forceps. By remembering this flow sheet, you will able to solve many MCQs. I will upload more crash IMM videos, so don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also comment and tell me how did you find this video. Thanks.